Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hi, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Got your emails, give you a little summary of a lot of the stuff that happened on the regular show today that if you haven't listened to yet, you can go back and check that out as well. You'll definitely want to hear a story Virginia had to tell, a little drama she had last night that involved an altercation and a baseball bat and all kinds of good stuff.
I think she's dealing with it right now. That's why she's not in her seat.
Yeah, I think she's in the weeds on that, so we'll get a little bit more. And we'll welcome her back in here as soon as she handles her issues with that and find out where everything stands.
You'll know she's in the studio because you'll probably hear.
Yes, right. Yeah. Well, if you feel like that and you've had that kind of day like Virginia has, today is National Wine Day. And we got a lot of really good suggestions, including my own personal favorite cheap wines. And I'm relatively new into the game. I'd say over the last year, my wife and I have gone more into the red wines, and she kind of got me more into it, I would say, because, I had been a vodka guy, and I kind of hung that up a little bit because that can get away from you real fast. I found with the wine, I didn't seem to drink as much, and I was kind of more in control of myself with the wine.
I always ask about how liquids hit you, the alcohol, because wine does do something different to my body. I feel it makes me hornier.
Okay.
Not that liquor doesn't make me horny in general, but something about that wine.
I can't tell you all the times I've tugged it in a wine bar.
Well, why are you inviting me and Kevin over for a wine party?
I know who he was. Do you notice that? Yeah.
There's no home for your bone here.
After saying it gets some horny, he's like, why don't you guys come over for some wine? I'm like, wait, what's this all about?
You guys want some wine?
Wine me down me 69.
So I am not anything close to any kind of expert, and all I do is look at the cheap section in Publix, Total Wine, Whole Foods. I even go to the racetrack to buy my wine. So my wife seems to like anything from $9 to $12. It gets over $12, she's like, ooh.
That's fancy, dog.
Yeah, that's a
It
little
tastes
much.
yucky to her.
Well, you know what? At that point, yeah. And there is, like Decoy is a wine that's a more expensive. So if we're ever splurging or somebody gives us a gift, a Decoy seems to be a very nice. And it does. You do notice a difference. It tastes better.
So you being
No
a
doubt.
wine person, you're not disappointed when you go to a place and they're just serving the wine and the beer. Because I know sometimes
I'm okay
when
with
they
that,
have that, you want a whiskey or something. Only wine and beer here.
Sure, yeah, and I drink more variety of alcohols than I ever have, and I'm trying to learn a little bit, but I do know, depending upon what environment I'm in, I got to drink a certain thing. And with wine, after about 2 glasses, I'm okay. Like, it's not something I want to keep drinking wine all day long, and that's why it's good for me. I can have a few and be like, I'm kind of done.
I knew a couple people that could drink a couple bottles at the dinner table.
Some people can, yeah, and some people do. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are definitely alcoholics, and all they drink is wine, and they'll knock down 3 bottles in a night.
And I noticed heavy wine drinkers, especially women, they act.
Get breathy.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
wine breathy.
Ooh, yeah.
Depending on that, I mean, sometimes
Sure.
it can be all right.
Yeah.
Depends on, I guess, whose breath it is.
So Marty sent in an email to help me out after reading my suggestions on our Facebook page. She said, Kev, you're killing me. Not to say your wine picks are terrible, but there are so many more out there without the added sugar. And I have a plan for you. Step 1 of your intervention, download the Total Wine app and set your store to Boca. You'll get tons of coupons and points towards your purchases. The more you buy at once, the deeper the discount. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Step 2 of your intervention, load your cart with Boggle Essential Red, Witching Hour, a deep red, Unshackled, a high price point, special occasion, G-Joy, handcrafted. Sake, yes, Sake is a hidden gem in the wine world and some of the cleanest wine on the market. Just try it once. If you like vodka, this is all the rage. Okay, thank you.
I like a dirty, unfiltered sake. But
Oh, really? Okay.
that's just me. I'm kind of dirty.
That sounds delicious.
Step 3 of your intervention on this National Wine Day. Check out your cart on the Total Wine app and set purchase to pickup. Yes, they bring it to your car and put it in your trunk. It's genius. You never have to get out of the car, and they're fast. I do it because of school pickup. Let me know what you think, specifically about those 3. I got so many more.
What Total Wine do you go to?
If we go to one, we're kind of in a Total Wine desert, unfortunately, because there's one in Gardens. That's a little bit north of us. I know there's other locations. I think we've been to one maybe in Boynton. But, yeah, there's not really one down the street. So that's why often we're not getting our wine. And I don't go to Total Wine often because I'm typically driving out of my way to get there.
Every time I go to Total Wine, I see a KVJ Nationer fucking picking up a jug of something.
Oh,
it's awesome.
I run into at least 5 people when I'm
Yes.
in there every single time. Even during the pandemic, when I had a mask on and sunglasses, people would be like, "Hey, Vicious V, what's going on?"
How did anybody know who you were? I don't understand.
I wasn't speaking, asshole.
Nobody believes that, by the way.
I had on a mask. I was trying to get in and out and get no COVID. Mama was working quick.
Palm Beach Gardens is my place. Is that where you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't doing a lot of sampling during COVID, but now sampling at Total Wine is back, bitches.
Sampling in
That's
general.
nice.
I'm seeing motherfuckers getting real brazen with their food sampling these days.
And that's how you get me. If you give me a sample of something, then I have like sampler's guilt. And I know that you're standing there trying to hustle these bottles and you're out there singing for your supper and being sweet to me. 8 times out of 10, I will buy whatever bottle I just sampled.
I remember when COVID first started, Kev, you had said you would be kind of, you'd think twice of trying to grab food that's out in public, and you were kind of skeeved out with stuff like that. Are you still set that way, or are those feelings subsided for you?
And when you say skeeved grabbing food out in public.
Just, I remember you said you were kind of going to rethink of grabbing food anywhere that's out in public. And but that was when COVID first was hitting. I think both of your sensitivities were a little set high because of what was going on. I feel like that, especially you, Virginia.
I still don't like a food sampler tray.
But I've seen you kind of hover around and
I've
nibble.
loosened.
She's loosened.
I've loosened up.
Yeah, COVID really, other than what I was kind of forced into, didn't change my behavior too much. I'm definitely set on the looser end of it, and I think it's just more just germs and people are gross.
Yeah.
And so that's not changed, but it's not COVID related. It's just people are gross.
With or without COVID, you're never eating nuts from a bar again.
Oh,
yeah, no,
never.
that was way before the pandemic, and the pandemic didn't change
But
that.
back in the
feeling.
day, I used to eat bar nuts.
I mean, really think about that. Ron, who's been at the end of the bar all night, drinking, going to the bathroom, touching his dick. He's not washing his hands all the time.
Ron hasn't washed his hands all week.
No way.
Maybe ever.
Or his dick.
Yeah. It's filthy.
Ron got that dirty dick.
He does. He's got DD.
So thank you very much, Marty, for your email. I'll take it home with me, and I'll maybe try a new life of wine. I always appreciate the tips. Somebody for a vodka drinker said, my little tip is you don't have to buy the most expensive vodka. Get a Brita water filter and run your bottle of vodka through it. It cleans it right up. It's like you bought an expensive bottle.
What?
I know. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what somebody texted. I always like passing on the goods.
Whoa, you just blew my mind.
And they know it's whole.
If you put the vodka through the Britter thing and you put that in the fridge, though, tell the kids, because you don't want your kids coming in there pouring themselves a tall glass of iced vodka.
Right.
You got to do that with a lot of things these days. If I got a family member over, like, don't eat any of the cookies.
The brownies are sus.
right.
Don't eat that fudge.
Yeah. Also got some recommendations here. Jaybird was getting all over some grilled cheese today, and Angie in Hollywood was inspired. She went for a little grilled cheese party, but she did it with bagels, and what she did, it's kind of interesting. she would flip the bagel inside out, so the rounded part's facing in, so you get the flat part. She went with a little ham and provolone on an everything bagel, and you can see that right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Angie.
That's the way you get the best butter saturation into your bread. You don't want that hard side.
Yeah.
You want the absorbent side.
Look at that cheese. It's all spread. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you like her spread, don't you?
I like that sandwich spread.
And Angie had to say, too, she wanted to respond to my comment from yesterday that popular is the same thing as better. We're talking about the Chick-fil-A and Popeyes debate. And yeah, I think I get what you're saying. And I think I actually do agree with you because talking about bird stuff with Crystal and White Castle, the Crystal seems to be better, but is maybe not as popular as White Castle because it gets all the hype. So I think I'm right there in line with you on that. Now, the big question, is Popeyes truly better than Chick-fil-A? That I think you need a taste test to do, and I don't know because I don't think I've ever had one of those Popeyes. Maybe just a bite of the Popeye sandwich. I think we got it when there was all that hype around it, and I've had maybe a bite of a Chick-fil-A, so I'd have to do them side by side again to know.
I bought a bunch of them during the pandemic. I bought a bunch of them to bring to the hospital for hospital workers from Popeyes.
Okay.
And they loved them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've had both, but I've also had Crystals and I had White Castle before. The blind taste test does kind of throw it off a bit, and you just go with what tastes better. You put it in my mouth, and I go, okay, and I like that one better.
It's pure.
It's pure. It's fun. I suggest doing it with a buddy.
And they both have to be fresh, and they both have to be blindfolded. You can't see what you're eating.
If you got a pal that loves to eat food too, that loves it, it's a foodie, highly recommend doing it with them. They'll be in it.
It's bonding.
It really is. Well, think about food in general. It brings everyone together. It's the one thing we all have to do, other than die.
Okay. Got this email from Rachel in Seattle. She said, hey, KVJ, if you guys are ever in Seattle, check out our local burger joint. It is Dick's Hamburgers. Dick's Deluxe Quarter Pound 100% beef. You can see right there.
Dick's meat in your mouth is great.
I just hope I remember the name.
Yeah, she said there's nothing more satisfying than a big old bag of Dick's. So, and she said you got to try their own Dick sauce too.
What a cute establishment. Look at that place.
Yeah.
It's old school looking.
It is. I looked it up. It is legit. It opened like in the late 50s, and it still looks like that.
Okay, so they were trying to be cute.
Yeah.
There was probably really a dick.
Yeah, and I think there's about maybe 7 or 8 locations. If you are in Seattle, I would put Dick's right there on the map. And so if we ever do a city guide for Seattle, I'll make sure that I get all the Dick's and do a location finder for that. So wherever you are, you know that there's a Dick nearby. Got a question here from Jennifer about the city guides. She said, I heard you talking about it, and I'm going to be planning on going to Charleston in early July with some college friends. We're 50, but we love to have fun like Virginia.
Yeah, girl, get it.
Do you have a city guide for Charleston? I do. So I believe that's posted. I'll make sure that Denny's has the updates on the city guides. To find those, we put them at kvjshow.com. And what it is just kind of scouring cities. If you're a drinker, partier, bar hopper, that kind of person, these are going to be your things. But I do have all the other little things that you can check out in a city, the things that you would want to see, even some nice hotels to stay at.
Yeah, but don't come to us for the list of libraries of note.
Yeah, it's
we ain't
not going to be
have
like
that.
that. No.
That's not this kind of show. And frankly, we're insulted you would ask us that.
It's really, if any of us were in any city, this is what you would want to know. And like I said, the handiest thing about it is wherever you are, you can go on ahead and look and see what bars and places are around you. Because I can't ever tell you like how many times, you never know what's going to hit. Kim's like, I'd really like a drink. Where can we go? And I'm like, okay, we've got 5 options.
This.
Here's our blue dot, and we got, boom, these places around us. And you can quickly look to see if they're open or not, because it'll give the hours. And I'm telling you, when you got a little bit of a plan or some guidance, your trips are a lot better. So, yeah, we got the Charleston there. I'll make sure it's updated. Find it at kvjshow.com. It's good if you do a little road trip. That'd be fun this summer. I know the gas prices suck balls right now, but
They suck dicks.
they suck dicks. Yeah, I was, but I've said dick too many times, so I had to go with something different. Right around the same area though, so it's close. It's just a little south of dick. But yeah, with those prices, but yeah, a nice road trip would be a lot of fun.
We got one coming up to St. Augustine, and I know me and the witch are going to be doing some kind of blind taste test bullshit while we're up there.
We definitely will. And we got a spot for you and the Queen, too, if you want to join us.
Don't forget, St. Augustine's also quite haunted. There's some really, really, really cool stuff to go look up there if you want to explore other than the concert. What time is the concert? And it's Saturday at what time?
So it's Saturday, but we might need to get there early because we've been invited to go backstage.
But what time does the concert start?
I want to say like 6 or 7.
Denny's, I think you can go, brother.
But it's a long drive.
He might be. I think he's gonna have to drive by himself. But we're trying to get Denny's to go too.
Okay.
Because Jen, his wife, is a big Bare Naked Ladies fan. We were rocking out to them all the way up to Orlando last weekend.
Well, they need to jump in the RV.
He's got other shit he's got to do because he's booked on Saturday up into a certain point. He's gonna miss the RV. He'd have to drive by himself. Or
the concert's on Friday.
Oh, it's on Friday?
Yeah, bruh. The 3rd is a Friday. We have to go as soon as we leave the show on Friday.
Denny's, never mind. I'm wrong about everything.
We have to. Panda's going to leave work early on that Friday. Pick us up, and we immediately jump in the RV and head to St. Aug.
Got ya. All right. So the concert's on Friday, not Saturday. Got ya. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
All right. Well, that's good. Then Denny's can come.
Yeah.
He can.
Yeah, he's busy Saturday in the daytime.
Okay.
Good news.
Well, that means we got to come back early.
Well, he can. Oh, fuck. We got to stop doing this on the air. We got to work our shit out, dog.
What? The podcast?
We just got to stop.
Got an update from Kristen. She's the one that was chilling with Jason Aldean, or at least sat at his table at Benihana the other night.
Oh, yes. That is the coveted seat at Benihana.
Yeah, and so that was kind of a little cool thing. We'd had her story and her photos from that, and she said, yeah, I found out who the other couple was. It was DJ Silver, who does the Alabama Dixieland Delight remix. He's a country DJ, and DJ Silver, I always see him on the billboards. He'll play, I don't know if he lives here. He must, because I'll see him playing like Monroe's or something like that, and then he's always on the Tortuga lineup. He is kind of the DJ that plays the music you hear in between the sets. So that's kind of his thing. So that's who was with him. So a little update on that. Also, Cassie sent this in. She said, I heard the text review you had for the Bill Burr show that was at the amphitheater on Saturday. And she said, I wanted to give a different take on it.
I knew it.
Yeah, she said, look, I'm a longtime comedy lover. In fact, she travels around to see comedians all over the country. And she's like, look, I love Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle, Tom Segura. But I think Bill Burr just became my favorite comedian. So she gave a very high review and went into the details as to why it was good.
Bill Burr is very known for going into doing his act and saying some shit and people not react. Sometimes people don't react to it. He loves it. He loves the fact that he gets. You ever see him on Conan? When he would be on Conan, he'd do some of his racier shit on Conan. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when you go on one of those shows, not all of them are your fans. Yeah. And the audience, if you look back on some of these videos, half of them are laughing, half of them are groaning, they're silent. Mm-hmm. Because Bill Burr talks about things that people are afraid to talk about. Mm-hmm. And he goes to that area where people are going to give him shit.
I love that. I love that about comedians. I'm a big fan of that because I think it's a good vehicle to do it because there's a lot of uncomfortable stuff we don't want to talk about, and yet we should, because I just don't think it's good to keep some of this stuff bottled up. I think we should be able to talk about everything.
And what you think is funny, I may not. Yeah. And what you think is shit, content, I may not, and vice versa.
Yeah. Well, the one review we'd had, they said they walked out with 20 minutes left, and Cassie is saying, I think it's a shame they did that because, he was telling his story about the time he did mushrooms 2 times in his life. But what I believe you missed is him telling us that he took the mushrooms for the 2nd time in his life after waiting almost a year, and then he received the text message that his good friend Bob Saget had died.
Oh.
Bill broke down on stage. He had me crying, my eyes out, and then he took a deep breath, and I don't even remember the joke. I just know he then had me hysterically laughing while tears are still streaming down my face. I mean, it takes a talented comedian to be able to make you laugh like that in 1 second and then cry in the next.
Well, you saw me when you first read the first email. What was the first thing I said? I go, let me hear from other people who were there.
Yeah. So,
You know, a lot of times the one that's writing in about this was not good and blah, blah, blah.
It sounded like maybe they didn't get Bill completely. They might have gone thinking it was going to be more mainstream comedy stuff, and they were like, what? We don't get this.
Bill Burr he did a show in Philadelphia. This is probably 15 years ago, and it was the Opie and Anthony crowd. Now, this is a crowd that's pretty fucking
They're a tough
harsh.
crowd, yeah.
They're tough.
Yeah.
We've been on their show. They used to fuck with us. They are right. Philadelphia is a tough crowd.
It is.
It's
tough
just
town.
tough. And
Yeah.
he, for 20 minutes, did not back that. They were booing him, Virginia. They're throwing shit at him. He just gave it to this audience for 20 minutes. He said,
Wow.
fuck you, Philadelphia. You guys are all racist. You know, that you have all these great boxers, and the one boxer you give a statue is Rocky. I mean, he gave it to them and didn't. He'd go,
That's
7
a
more
great
minutes,
joke.
and I'm not fucking getting off the stage. I'm doing every fucking minute.
for him.
He didn't give
That's
a
amazing.
fuck's fat ass. So, you know, I respect
check
Bill
him out,
Burr because he
Yeah.
does.
That takes balls,
Not a lot
man.
of people are
That
gonna like
takes
your
balls.
shit, man. You know, people. You go on stage, there's a good chance people don't like it,
yeah.
and he don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much, Cassie, for that. He said, I love all of you. You've met or texted a few of you. It's always a highlight. My son will strangle me if I don't end this with Go Buckeyes. All right, thank you, buddy. Thank you for giving me a chance to share the other side of the story.
Okay.
I heard go, and I thought you could go fuck yourself, Jason.
Yeah, no, there's two different goes.
He didn't say it, but I will.
Either go fuck yourself, yeah.
I still
Go
get.
Buckeyes.
I still get. I mean, Publix. Go fuck yourself, Jason.
I love when they do this. They go, hey, Jaybird. And then you turn around and you're like, oh, somebody's going to be nice. They go, go fuck yourself.
They are though. That to me, that's still kind of being nice.
And they're pushing a 2-year-old in a stroller. You're like, yes.
It's good. Well, those are diehard motherfuckers right
I
there.
love it. And then the kid flips you the bird.
Port St. Lucie.
Amy had sent an email, and she said, I heard Virginia telling the story of her drama that went down with her daughter Magnolia and the ex-boyfriend and all that stuff. And she said, thank you for sharing. I'm a mom of 3 girls, and I go through drama similar to this more often than you would ever think. We have to have their back always. So...
Yes, you have to have your kids back, and you also have to get involved and ask questions and make them comfortable enough to tell you what's going on.
Are you getting any fallout from today's convo?
No, not yet. Not from anybody who can hurt me.
Okay.
Well, it's very tough to hurt a witch.
If you missed what was going on, it sounds like Virginia's daughter's ex-boyfriend and the new girlfriend and the new girlfriend's older sister from college were kind of stalking Magnolia and causing problems and trying to instigate a fight in a Publix parking lot. Magnolia called Virginia. Virginia showed up with a bat. Virginia winds up at the new girlfriend's parents' house, and they're kind of going at it. And so it was just a night of drama. You only got like 3 hours of sleep. And so, but it was kind of eye-opening if you do ever have that drama, what to do. And a lot of people are recommending getting this record going now with the police. You got stalking issues going on. And a lot of times these situations don't necessarily just go away. There's a next chapter. And if you do everything right, if the shit does go off the rails, at least you've taken the proper steps, and law enforcement and the law will look more favorably at you.
Right. Nobody wants to be a rat. I don't want to go in there and take the police's time with teenage drama, but I've watched this thing escalate over the past 6 months, and I've watched it go from annoying to really annoying to now borderline scary and frightening, and Magnolia's not a scrapper. I don't want her to be in a situation where she gets hurt by one of these individuals, because then I will fucking kill somebody.
Is the fuzz going to get involved?
Yep.
The fuzz is going to get involved.
The fuzz will be getting involved because I'm not messing around, and I'm not waiting for it to escalate further.
When you had the bat in your hand, did you use this line? They used to call me Vicious V, but now they can call me Batman.
No.
No, okay.
I did not. And I wouldn't use the bat. I would carry the bat to let you know if you come at me and you start something, I will finish it with the bat. That's what the bat is for. The bat is not there for me to strike first. The bat is there for me to let you know I'm not going to take a punch and just let you get away with it. Mm-hmm. That's why I have the bat.
Okay. That's why she carries the bat.
I love when Virginia goes on these rants and Kevin doesn't know what to say. He goes, okay.
Yeah, there's no real place to go.
Kevin's just over there glad his wife don't have a bat.
Oh, good Lord, yeah.
She don't need a bat. She's got hands.
Well, there's no sense even trying to talk her out of it. Just okay.
Yeah, I think Kim is not necessarily a bat person because she doesn't. A bat alerts you, and I really think that she wants to go quicker than that. You're not gonna know. I always love sitting down. I was talking to her dad. We were having some wine on Friday, and he was just telling some of the old stories, which is unbelievable about Kim.
Your wife is an old school scrapper. I've watched her kick a girl's ass.
Yeah.
As two men are trying to hold Kim, she beat the crap out of this girl in about 30 seconds. It was pretty impressive.
You clearly remember this.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was my
Vivid.
first. I mean, it's fast, it's violent, it's just like
fast and violent.
It really is unbelievable.
She does not play. She's not going to warn you with a bat.
No, that's it. No, so in fact, her dad was telling me a story that I guess it was her brother had a girl that didn't like Kim and was getting mouthy, and she's like, look, and she was not treating her brother well. And Kim's very defensive of everybody that she cares for, and almost to a fault. And she had said something. She's like, I'm not scared of your sister. I'll fucking beat her ass. And Kim went marching right into the bathroom, and quick beer bottle boom over the head, and the girl was out on a stretcher, and Kim was in cuffs. And so, so
gosh, if we made action figures, Virginia could have a bat for an accessory. The Queen could have the beer bottle.
Yeah, but she will go with what's closest. So it's like she's not going to bring a weapon into it. She'll find something right around and she'll turn it into a weapon.
I've done that too, and that's when you have to have something of convenience.
Yeah.
When you don't know you're marching into battle, it happens in a bar. You do have to grab whatever is there.
She believes in the surprise attack. That's why that one time she removed a girl's shoe and beat her with it. And that was actually evidence in a case against my wife.
How did you get the shoe off of her?
She had her on the ground, beat her ass, ripped her shoe off, and then continued to beat her with her own shoe. Kind of more of like, not to hurt, but just to kind of insult.
I hope it was the kid, not a stiletto.
I think it might have been it might have been solid.
A heel.
It was a heel.
I heard it was a heel.
It was a heel.
As it was told to me. And pretty impressive.
Yeah, so that's kind of, she kind of beats your ass and she likes to insult you on the way out.
Got ya.
Yeah. That's kind of how it rolls.
She is from the rough side of Chicago.
It is. Yeah, Joliet, the prison town.
Do not play with Kim.
The prison town, yeah. She's from I guess, and she took me, there's tracks that go through Joliet. This is the more dainty side, and this is don't fucking cross these tracks side.
Don't even go.
She was on the don't cross these tracks side. Yeah. Let me see a couple more comments here. One about Do It Bitch. Mia had said, Do It Bitch is my absolute favorite segment on the show. It is so fun and interesting, but I really hate the groans of dread as soon as Kevin announces that it's time to play the game. Can't we make this a permanent fixture on the show like the No Name Movie Game or Think Fast and just make a belt or a hat for the winner instead of an awful punishment? We know this game won't stay around forever because Virginia can only put up with so much. It's a great game, and in my opinion, the most entertaining one of the show. Can we please take the pressure off the game so we can keep it around longer? I'm speaking for all the KVJ Nation here when I say we don't like it when mom and dad fight.
Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break, guys.
I think the reason we groan is because of the punishment, though. It becomes a lot less intimidating if you're not thinking about the Memorial Day Slurpee.
Look, we're all adults in here. Even when the grown-ups fight, we're all going to be fine with each other. Me and Virginia weren't even up. I mean, by the end of the day, we do know the microphones are on, too. So we got to be entertaining on here.
I
So-
forget for like 5 seconds the
Yeah.
microphones are on.
I wouldn't get so upset about it. Sometimes me and Virginia are going to get in here and be loving, and sometimes we're going to get on each other's fucking nerves. But at the end of the day, it's entertainment, baby. It's entertainment, and we all know that.
Well, and Remy has a thought in the chat room. She says, "Isn't the pressure of the punishment part of what makes the game so
Yes.
intense?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Because the punishment is always just god awful.
Yeah.
You don't want it.
Yeah, and there's also a percentage of our audience that does like the fighting and that does like the drama. And I get it makes some people uncomfortable. Some people, oh my gosh, you guys are fighting. I got to turn it off. There's some people who really like when people fight. I mean, I'm at a point now, if we fight, I hope we can get over it, no?
Of course.
Yeah.
And we fight so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some knockdown dragouts, and so I mean, after the course of 23 years or whatever, we can get past it. So it may sound awful for you to be like, the show's over, they'll never recover from it. We'll recover. That's why I don't get worried. I'm just
we
like,
will
all right,
cover.
they're
Look,
fighting now. We'll be all right in an hour.
I'm a big believer if people fight, that's not the end of a relationship. In fact, a lot of times it can strengthen a relationship if everyone is on the same page. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and I think we all know the witch is fucking crazy.
And the only other problem, too, is we do kind of mix up the teams a little bit. It changes the dynamic some, and I do kind of like that element, too. If we did a belt, it would be hard to keep track of, well, the variation of Jaybird and Denny's has won so many times, so you'd have basically 4 different teams.
I would honestly let the good people know I really don't feel that Do It Bitch is in any danger of going anywhere. I know
No.
I'd said that the other day, but I was just ribbing the witch, going,
Yeah.
oh, you're going to fucking ruin it like sudden
No,
death.
I do recognize it's going well. People really seem to enjoy that.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I personally, the shittier the punishment, the more fun the bit is.
Because it makes it so
Yeah.
stressful.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to lose.
Even Denny's gets a little bitchy during that.
Yeah,
He
he did.
does.
He's snipping at me the other day. Yeah.
I mean,
Brings out everybody. Gets a little, yeah.
Pretty amazing.
He did. Snippy Denny's. I like that. Nice to know he's got that fire. I got an email here that said, what happened to the spicy gringo? It says, I'm just listening to Do It Bitch from Tuesday's episode. What happened to doing the spicy gringo? If you didn't hear, the spicy gringo is eating a taco out of someone's ass.
You know what? I was asking Panda when we were trying to come up with the Memorial Day shake, and there was a bunch of ideas before that, and I even gone so far as collect fish eyes. I was telling Panda, I'm like, Panda, we said something on the show that we were gonna make it the punishment, and then I couldn't remember what it was. Spicy gringo. I'm gonna write it down.
When Kevin said he was part of the losing team because he didn't pick a team, I was really looking forward to that video. Or was the spicy gringo in? And when Kevin realized he would have to do the punishment, he changed it. Is it the Summer of Rig already? No, it was always going to be the Denny's came up with the Memorial Day smoothie, actually. So that
We
was
forgot
something
about the spicy gringo in the time that passed between when we brought it up and when Do It Bitch happened.
Actually, no. I
did. I couldn't
think-
remember it.
I just think there are some lines that need to be drawn, and eating tacos out of each other's assholes is probably one of those lines that
Kevin,
realistically we probably should have some boundaries.
Now, what we could do,
Yeah.
if you're afraid of, because Kevin's got
Yeah.
a point to drive numbers up on the podcast, if you wanted to, and again, I see why
Yeah.
you wouldn't, we could do it on the After the Show podcast, and there's no more law. But yeah, when you start sticking things in your
In
ass,
asses and
it's not in your ass. It's going to be on your ass.
and if you think you can win that case against the FCC, God bless you. There was one. You know what punishment we should bring back that was awesome, and we haven't done it in a long time. It's when remember we did foot wine.
Yeah.
You jumped in there with
that
the
was a
foot,
good
and then
one.
the
Yeah.
loser. So everyone
Yeah.
jumps in and gets
mash
it,
it up with
and then the
grapes and
loser's
drink
gotta
it.
drink the
Yeah.
foot wine.
Foot wine
Yeah.
was good.
That could be fun to do again. The good visual.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gross.
That was
Yeah.
real gross.
That was gross. Yeah. So we'll kind of we'll put that into the mix as well. We try to mix up between gross and just not fun and everything else. So
It's
that,
like everything. Some people hate the gross.
They do,
Yesterday,
yeah.
oh, I gotta turn off. Suits is throwing up. It's making me fucking gag.
yeah. So we try to not. Yeah.
No one's ever had.
We get it. Suits puking is hard to watch.
It's hard to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
We understand.
Feels like you're hurting a little innocent baby, but we must do it.
There's gonna be some broken eggs. Is what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, do better, Suits.
Yes. Okay. So there you go. So, yeah, but we did have some other ones. I think there's a fake mustache, fake eyelashes. is something that we could do. Dudes in those really exceptionally long fake eyelashes,
But
Virginia in a fake mustache.
The thing about that is, oh no, Virginia has got long fake eyelashes.
I would love that
the
one.
punishment.
That's why I think it's got to be if she loses, it's fake mustache.
Got it.
And I think the guys would get the fake, really long eyelashes.
Okay, I see you over there.
Which I would we could do.
fucking love, by the way.
I vote for Spicy Gringo.
Yeah.
We got some stuff coming up.
Eating tacos out of each other's assholes.
Well, again, to the witch's point, it's not in the butthole, and we did.
Well, the spicy
resting.
gringo is in the asshole. It's eating it out of. So you're not really doing it. So you're not really necessarily doing the spicy gringo if you're not eating it
How
out
could
of.
you
Because
put a
it
taco?
specifically says out of the asshole. You can take if we wanted, I could really show. If you took a hard shell, you could get a taco in someone's asshole.
And you think,
Show me on Suits.
and you think that would make it weird when you go to church? Like I don't.
You really lost your edge,
Yeah.
Is
Ralston.
that going to hurt your political run when you get
when the
older?
older twins are listening to the show, they're like, "My dad's eating tacos out of his coworkers' assholes." Like,
I mean, we thought it was pretty cool when he, pissed in his own mouth, but now he's
Yeah.
gone too far. I mean, it is pretty crazy what we rationalize as too far and what's not.
yeah, I don't know. Right now, I've kind of got that in the out of bounds category. Yeah.
I feel
Just
like
personally.
I feel like it's not as bad if it's guy on guy Spicy Gringo.
See, here we go.
If I lose, I don't think any of you could really include me
See what
in
happens.
So
the.
see, she's doing this and she's encouraging, realizing she would be exempt, so she's not doing it.
Yes.
She would just be watching us eating tacos out of our assholes.
And then
Yes.
I'll call her out on the air. I'll get some fucking long manifesto. You gotta be nicer to Virginia. I'm like, what fucking
Yeah.
show are you watching?
However, the line, I can't believe you guys are trying to encourage a woman you work with to eat a taco out of your asshole. This is, oh my gosh.
Where is the woman we work with? What woman?
Yeah.
We don't work with a woman.
You guys can
And then,
eat
then
tacos.
all the guys get canceled.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Whereas she's the one who keeps bringing up the spicy gringo.
She's our Amber Heard.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Gotta take us down. That's it. That's it. That's where we are.
Be nice to Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that man.
Well, thank you for all of your suggestions and reminders. Mail at kvjshow.com.
Spicy Gringo. Spicy Gringo.
Spicy Gringo says she's gonna have to do.
Enjoy your day, or eating tacos out of each other's assholes. Whatever you guys do for fun, enjoy it. We'll see you back here later.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.